Hello everybody and welcome back to the Gamer's Attic. I am Alucard and today I have a video to share with you. Welcome to my lair. Why did I say it like that? That is just kind of dorky. I am Alucard.
You're channeling Bacula.
Ooh, come to me, Mina.
Stop.
Okay. Anyways guys, so today, well last time I did a video, I did a Pac-Man review, which I really hope all of you guys enjoyed. I've also done a lot of top 5s. I've done a lot of different things, actually. Today, I wanted to share a quick story with you, something that was sentimental to me. And what I want to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is the NES. And specifically, I want to talk about the first time I ever owned one. And that was actually the first home console that I ever did own. We're not going to count handhelds and my little Donkey Kong Game & Watch or any of that kind of stuff. So we're going to go back to Travis in Los Angeles sometime around 1988, 1989, something around that point. Yeah, I didn't get it in 85 because I wouldn't have even understood it that much at that point. So me and my family at this point, we were living in a small apartment actually with like 4 of us. We were having a little bit of money issues. We generally didn't. We normally had really big houses, but at this point in our life, we were having a little bit of financial struggle. I remember when Christmas came along, my father wanted to give us all a really good Christmas, and he didn't have that much money, but he had met some people who I don't know what the situation was, but they really loved him and they loved our family, and they said, we want to provide a Christmas for all of you guys. So this was something that was amazing, and whoever you people were, I don't know who you were, I was too young to remember, but I do personally want to thank you till this day, because that was just a very blessed thing to be able to receive. When my dad came up to me, he asked me what I wanted, and I kind of went blank, and he's like, would you like a Nintendo Entertainment System? And my first response, for some reason, was no. And he asked me again, he said, would you like an NES? And I responded again, no. I kept saying no, and I was trying to think to myself, why would I say no to this? I wanted a Nintendo. I loved games. I was at the arcade every week, having a blast, using all my quarters, and I really wanted this NES. And when I tried to think back on it, I realized that I think I said no because I felt bad, because I didn't know who these people were, and they wanted to provide this stuff for us, and it was so expensive that I just kept saying no as a kid. I guess I don't know whether I understood the monetary value of it or not, but it would have been different if it was just my family asking, but it was a weird situation. So I said no over and over and over and over again. They said, are you sure? And again, the answer was no. So Christmas came, and I got a bunch of great toys, and I had a blast, and they were great, and that kind of just ended this Christmas. Well, right after Christmas was done, I remember my buddies upstairs, they were playing NES, and I looked at it and I started thinking to myself, oh my god, what were you thinking? Why didn't you say yes? Why didn't you grab this NES? And I was just thinking to myself as a kid, oh my god, I could have had this, but you know, who knows what you're thinking at that age? I'm just assuming here as an adult. So this was something that I immediately started thinking about, and like for the whole next year I was wanting this NES really, really bad. So my dad came up to me and he was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, what you been up to? I'm like, I've been playing a lot of Nintendo over at my friend's house. And he's like, you could have gone in Nintendo. And I was like, I know. And I just kind of put my head down and shrugged about it. And he could tell that I really, really wanted one, and I was like a bit disappointed, even though he asked me so many times. But what ended up happening was, fast forward a year, I'm playing all these great games at my friend's house. And, you know, I tried Mega Man, playing Super Mario Brothers. I was playing all these things, Duck Hunt, and I had these like dreams in my head of one day actually being able to receive an NES. And lo and behold, when that Christmas came, suddenly all these gifts are stacking up under the tree, and they're everywhere. And my dad and my brother and everyone kept smiling at me, and I noticed one box, which was, you know, about yay long, about yay fat, and I kept looking at it, and they're like, oh, you can check out your toys, and I picked this box up, and it felt so heavy, and I was like, oh my god, is this an NES? Well, me being me, I started obsessing about it. I'm like, am I getting a Nintendo? Am I getting a Nintendo? Am I getting a Nintendo? I couldn't stop thinking about it. I couldn't sleep. I was tired at school because I did not know what this system was, I feel kind of bad about this next part. I pushed myself not to think about it. I waited all the way up to like 2 days before Christmas, and then everybody was sleeping, and I was sleeping on this pull-out couch at the time. And I just looked at it, and I'm like, I need to sleep. I need to find out what this system is. So I got up, and I snuck over there. I feel bad. Don't do this, kids. Do not do this. You should wait for surprises. I was young. I don't know why I did. I was like 7 or 8 or something. And I went over there, and I pinched like a little piece of the box, or a little piece of the wrapping paper, and I started to rip it. And then right as I opened it, it was a part of the box that showed like a Mario cartridge on there. You know what I mean? And you had like the little Mario Duck Hunt thing, and I just went, and I just sat there like this, and I was like, oh my god, is this it? Is this it? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now. I can't believe this is a Nintendo. But yet still, afterwards, somewhere in my mind told me maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a toy. Maybe this was my imagination. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody ever found out. But if you're watching this video now, yeah, I did that. So Christmas time came, and I decided I want to open up every present except for that last one. And they're like, no, you're opening this present first. So I grabbed this present, and I'm looking at it. A year of anticipation. And I just slowly start unwrapping it, and I visibly see that it is a Nintendo, and I tear this thing apart to freaking shreds, and I picked this system up, and I was like, oh my god, I got a freaking Nintendo! It was so exciting, guys. I got an NES, it was with Mario and Duck Hunt and the gun, and then I realized why I couldn't open my other presents, and I went through and opened each of them, and I got Mario and Duck Hunt, I got Castlevania, and I can't remember what the other game was I got. Oh, and I got The Legend of Zelda. And I guess after all this time, finally having this system was just this amazing thing. So I hooked it up and I played it, and I don't think I ever wanted to leave my house. I went to school, I came home, I left it on. I played that thing so much, it was unbelievable. And that was one of my first experiences with the NES. So kind of a weird story, I guess. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. It was sentimental to me. It was an important time in my life, and I think it felt better having that wait. For some reason, knowing that that came directly from my family and they were able to afford it made me feel way better and less bad, and I was able to be really happy. Now, that's not saying that you guys shouldn't accept gifts, and when people want to help you, you always should, but you know, sometimes when you're a kid, you know, you're very innocent and you just think in certain kinds of ways, and at that time, that's what happened with me. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed. Please tune in for more from The Gamers Addict. I want to thank all of you guys at The Gamers Addict again for making me part of your show. And yeah, as always, my friends, until next time.